Hello and what's up everybody. I hope you all are doing well. So in this video we are going to work with the HTML forms and hyperlinks. I think you all guys know that we generally use form for the collection of data. If you want to collect some data from the user in any type of fields such as your input field or checkbox or by some action, like if a user click on the button, then the user is going to be redirected to the new page, you can say, or we can fetch the data from there. And if I take a real life example, then I can talk about, like, if we go to the bank and we want to open a new bank account, then what we do, we just go over there and we ask for a form. We generally form the form, and nowadays we are generally filling the form online, but previously we go to the bank and then we ask for the forms for the creation of the account or for deletion of the account or for starting a new service through your bank. So the user, the bank, you can say the bank user, we are the bank user. The bank employers provide us some form and we fill our information inside of that. So the employer wants to know about us and he gives the form to us for the collection of our data. Okay, so in the future he can utilize it for any of the purpose as for his wish, I can say. So let's just get started in this video. Okay, so I'm created my HTML file over here and I'm naming it like forms and hyperlinks. In HTML forms, I can say that it consists of your text box and checkbox, buttons, and a lot more stuff. So guys, I don't say that your HTML form is only used for, the HTML form element is only used for your, you can say, fetching the data from the user or collection of the data. You can use the text fields and the buttons for doing another stuff, some other stuff, like if you want to make calculator, if you want to make search bar, if you want to do some action, if you want to send some mail. So means you can do a lot more thing by knowing the working of your HTML form. So let's just get started. And I hope that in this video my voice will be clear to you all. I'm in a very, very, very quiet area. Okay, I will try to minimize the echo. Maybe it will be echo. So for creation of the form, you have to type the form over here. Okay, you can give the action, but as for now I'm not going to deal with that because we will be dealing that in the JavaScript part. As for now, you only understand that we are going to create a static form over here which doesn't do anything. Okay, so this is our form, and inside of this form tag you have to write the word like field set. So what this field set is, guys, the field set is the border of the form. If let me just show you in the with the help of the live server in the web browser, then it will be clear for you that what I'm talking about. So I hope the screen is visible. So the border you can see over here, this is your field set. Okay, and if I want to add a title to my field set, that's what I can do. I can use a legend over here, and legend is used for adding the title to my field set. So I can give it like contact us form, okay, or whatever you want to give us. Okay, contact us. And now after saving it, you can see it has added a title to my field set over here. Okay, and it looks pretty cool, I guess. Okay, so now let us move on to the next thing, which is our, okay, so now we are going to work with the labels. So guys, the labels you are familiar with, I think you are familiar with the labels. So labels are generally used for writing like text input, you can say. It means not input but a text word like your heading tag or paragraph tag. We have labels for writing a simple text on a website. Okay, or it is not necessary for you to write like this is your label, but we use just labels like because when we are working with JavaScript for validation of form or the validation of their form, so we generally use the labels. Okay, so it will make easier for us to determine that what label is doing what stuff. Okay, means which label is going to represent what thing, you can say in simple words. So now if I talk about, okay, so in the label I can give like this is my username over here. Okay? And after that I can add an input field over here, input type of text, and text means I'm going to add a text inside of it. Okay, so and okay, let me just show you like this only first. So you can see that we have one label over here, and this is our text field, and we can write anything inside of it. Okay, anything means we can add number like this, special characters, whatever we want. We can add anything because this is our text field and we can add any input to it. Now I can give a placeholder. So placeholder is something which tells the user that this is the field of this thing and you can have to fill this. So it is not necessary for us to use label, I say. You can just generally use the placeholder and tell the user that this is this field. So now you can see my web browser is showing me that this is the username field and you have to enter the username over here. Okay, so I can write like, and when you type any word, the placeholder will get you can say invisible to you or not visible to you. Okay, I hope you understand me. But even if you find a doubt or a query that you didn't get my point, you can just comment below and I will try to help you out over there. Now let's just talk about some more input fields over here. Sorry guys, input, and I'm giving a text. Okay, same, I'm not changing it, I'm just changing my placeholder over here. So my placeholder to what does my placeholder to be email over here. And okay, I will be changing that later on. And one more input which is of your what I can give over here. Let's give a placeholder of password or something like that. Okay, let's password. Oh, this will be enough. Okay. No, not password. I'm gonna get a type of, because I have talked about that. So now let's get a type of your what I can give over here. I can give it like radio over here, and I guess you are familiar with radio buttons. So radio buttons are generally used for selection of any one input. Okay, you can select multiple input also by using the radio button if you have not grouped them. But if you want to select the one radio button at a one time, so what you can do, let me just copy this out first. Okay, so that's my PR tag over here, PR tag, and I'm giving it so PR tag, PR, no, not like this, PR tag, one PR tag, and after this I can just add my, sorry, I'm changing it like it's not necessary, I'm just making it more efficient for me. Wait for a second guys. Okay, let me just add this more stuff over here. Okay, so I have added the label of username and type, and now I'm gonna add like this is my gender over here, so I'm getting like whether the person is male or female. Okay, this is for male, and I can add like this is for female. Sorry, and I can add an input of type radio, and here you don't have to provide any kind of your placeholder. Okay, let me just show it to you. So now you can see I have okay, wait for a second bro, guys. Okay, BR tag, I guess this would be fine. After the label I have to add this. Okay, now it looks pretty cool. Oh, fine. So now you can see I am having one of the your username over here and one placeholder which is your email. Okay, now it looks fine. So this is your username, this is your email field, and now here you can see that I can select both of the input. But you know that this is not the correct selection criteria, because a guy cannot select that this is a female also and it is a male also. Okay, it can select only one input at one time. So how to do that? For making the selection to be just so that the user can select only one input, or so that for doing that, what you can do over here, you can just group them by adding a word over here which is your name over here, and name tells the browser that this belongs to a same name or same group, and it will going to group them over here. So after adding the name means the name should be same, so I can give like name of sender. So now this sender is going to tell the browser that these two radio buttons belong to a same group, and we can select one at a one time. Okay, so now I can select only one at a time, you can see over here. And I can add button by using two types, means I am having two types for adding the button. I can use the input type of button and a value of submit over here. It will gonna work fine. You can see I have now successfully added the submit button over here. And the another method for adding a button, what you can do over here, not just removing this, I'm just, okay, let's just comment this out. And I'm just adding a button over here. So for adding a button, you can just right click the button and you can give it like button over here. Okay. So now you can see that now I have changed it to button. And if I just remove this, if I just remove the comment, then you can see the two different buttons over there. Let me just give it a line break over here, line break, and this is your line break. Okay, so ये submit input button है इसके आगे, so I can write like input button, and so you can see this is your submit, means we have added this button using the input field, input type, and we have added this button using the button type. Okay, so there are two ways for adding the buttons inside in the forms. You can see in your HTML. Okay guys, I'm sorry that my voice is just like that only. I'll try to improve it. And now let's just move on to the hyperlinks. So hyperlink, we also call the hyperlink as a super active tag, because super active you can take text, because the hyperlink is going to redirect you to a new page or new website, you can see, or redirect you to the same page but on a different section. So how to do that? Let us see. Okay. So for adding in a hyperlink, what you can do over here, you can just press the A button and it will automatically going to add the anchor tag over here, and the anchor tag is used for adding a hyperlink. Okay, and the H reference here tells that you have to give the URL or the another any file name to which this anchor tag will going to redirect you. Okay, as you can see over here, my ID is also suggesting that you have to give a URL over here, or you have to add a hyperlink point, means you can see a different page. I will be showing both the way. So let me just connect to my Wi-Fi. Wait for a second guys. Okay, so it will be easy for you to identify that what I'm talking about. Wait for a second bro. Okay, now fine. So now if I want to redirect my website to the google.com, if I talk about Google, so this is my Google URL. You can see over here, this is my Google URL. I'm going to copy this and paste it inside of this, and I can write like Google. So now you can see that I have successfully added one to it over here, but it look like a same text. But here you can see over here that it is now get highlighted in your blue in color. I guess this is purple in color, and with an underline over here. And when I take my mouse to you can see the cursor to it, it will show me that it is a link over here. So I can just redirect to my next page. As you can see at the very bottom of the web browser, at the left bottom, means just above my start menu item, you can see that it is my browser is telling me that it consists of a link which is HTTPS and the Google link over here. So now if I just click over here, you can see that now I have redirected to my Google page. So this is the one way of adding your URL. Okay, if you don't want to add the URL to the like this, what you can do here, you can see that I have one image over here, and I can add URL to my image also. So let us create a demo HTML file over here, and I can add some stuff to it. So like this is my HTML, it's demo, and I can give it like H1, and this is your second page, like something like that. Okay. So it will be easy for you to classify or differentiate in between them, that whether my this anchor tag is working or not. So now I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add this anchor tag to my image over here. So guys, for adding an image or something, like if you have a same file in the same folder, then how to add the file, or means how you can give the address of the file. For giving the address, what you have to do in your this Visual Studio Code IDE, you have to press the dot over here, then press the / button, and it will going to show you a list of the files which is present in the same folder. And if you want to go outside of this folder, then you have to press double dot and then /. Now you can see I have listed out in my different folder over here. Okay, so I'm gonna give a reference to my demo HTML over here, and I'm giving it like demo HTML. Okay, so this is gonna show me that this is my demo HTML file, and when I click over this file, it will going to redirect me to the next page, which is my demo data. So this is my second page, you can see over here. Okay, let me just zoom it out for you. I hope now the page is visible to you all guys. So this is my demo page. Okay, let us go back and add this page by using the image. Okay, means we are going to redirect to this page only, but by using an image. So for adding an image, you have to type the img, and the img stand for image over here. The alt stand for the information that what this image is going to use for. I'm not adding the image in the alt feature over here. You can add if you want to. Okay, so image is also a self-loading tag over here, means a self-loading element. It's not necessary for you to close it or not. Okay, but I have you can say a habit of closing the img tag because I work with React. So at that point it gave me an error. So now I want to add my image. So I'm doing the same stuff, means I have to provide the location of my image. You can see the address of my image. So I'm putting the dot over here, pressing the dot, then the /, and now I'm going to redirect to my image over here. So now you can see that I have successfully added the image, and it is now also consisting of the link. Now if I just click over here, it's going to redirect me to the next page. So I hope that you understand that how you can add an hyperlink to the image as well as your text and the working of the form. But let me show you one more thing, that how you can resize your image. Okay, so you can just give it like height and width to your image. So I can give the height like 100 over here and width of 100. And now if I just save it, and now you can see that my image now got resized over here. And if I just zoomed it out for you, now if I click over here, it's going to redirect me to the next page. This is my second page, and you can see over here this is the demo.html page, and here you also can see the title. So this is my demo.html page. Okay, so in the next video we will be working with the media elements, that how you can add your audio and video file to your HTML, and we will be also working with the favicon, means how you can add a logo. You can see that the Google is consists of your logo here and then the title, the Google. So we can also add the logo over here and the title, logo with the title. So we will be doing that in the next tutorial. I hope that you understand the working of the HTML forms and your hyperlinks. But even if you find any doubt at any point, you can just comment below or message me on WhatsApp. I will try to answer you. Although I'm busy, but